Rayner.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and the member for Hereford for his speech and contrast to myself. There has been an Ashton-under-Lyne constituency since 1832, and although there has been significant boundary changes during the last 183 years, the strength and the character of the people of my constituency has not changed. It is for the people of Ashton-under-Lyne that are at the start, the heart and the end of my maiden speech. It is to them I owe this tremendous honour and privilege. They remain proud, warm and welcoming, and most of all, resilient. I fear that these qualities will be severely tested in the next 5 years. The Ashton-under-Lyne constituency is made up of 3 distinct communities of Ashton, Droylsden and Failsworth. It has been well served by its elected representatives over the years, and since 1935 I'm proud to say my constituency has happily returned an unbroken line of Labour MPs. Yeah. I want to pay tribute to David Hayes, my predecessor, who members will remember for his 14-year service in this House. As a former advice worker and a proud fellow member of my trade union Unison, David was adept at handling constituency casework, which I now know because of my casework load, and a real champion for our NHS and in particular Tameside General Hospital in our constituency. All the previous MPs for my historical constituency has had one thing in common that I don't share. They are all men. Today I stand before you making my maiden speech as the first woman MP to serve Ashton-under-Lyne, the first woman MP for 183 years. As the first woman MP, I promise that I will do all in my power to live up to the example shown by my predecessors. Of course, I could never fill their shoes. Mine tend to have 3-inch heels and be rather more colourful. But I walk in their footsteps. We are different, and I will be different, but we are equal too. In this House of Democracy, today we are making a little bit more history, as I lay claim to being the only member of this House to have ever worked as a home carer. I have known both the insecurity of 0-hour contracts on me as a worker and the insecurity for the people who depend on our care. I have also seen how quality care can change lives and make a real difference. 1 in 8 adults in Ashton-under-Lyne are providing unpaid care by looking after a loved one. Carers make a remarkable contribution to our society, holding families together and enabling loved ones to get the most out of life. Their care saves the UK billions every year. And I agree with all the comments that were made previously by my right honourable friend, member for Worsley and Eccles. Now, a care worker becoming a Member of Parliament. Now that's real aspiration for you. Yeah. Perhaps, too, I am the only member of the House who, at the age of 16 and pregnant, I was told on no uncertain terms that I would never amount to anything. If only they could see me now. I am proud to be in this place for myself, for my family, my party, and for the people I represent. I am proud too for women, the backbone of our society and the rock of our families. As a mother, I know what it's like to struggle to make ends meet. I know too how governments can change people's lives for the better. It was my party, the Labour Party, that in government founded the National Health Service. Many members on both sides of this House will have cause to be thankful for the care the NHS has provided. One of my sons owes his life to our NHS. He was born at just 23 weeks gestation. He clung to life for months in an intensive care unit in Manchester's St Mary's Hospital. He finally pulled through thanks to the care of our NHS staff. Members may understand that I will be watching intently how this government treats our NHS over the next 5 years, both as an MP and as a mother. And let me warn you, an angry mother is someone you just don't want to tangle with. I take my job, this my only job, extremely seriously. I will bring determination and commitment to my socialist values in representing my constituents. The failures of the last government on our NHS has led to crisis after crisis and countless broken promises. For all the talk from the bench opposite, you cannot hide from the daily misery that people face up and down the country. Because of government failures, the NHS has no money and not enough permanent staff, and GP services are overstretched. I will always tell it how it is. My constituents deserve no less, and I'll do it in my own little northern way. And I also have a message for my constituents to the bench opposite. Stop privatising and selling off our NHS. To sum up, I turn back to my constituency of Ashton-under-Lyne. Its journey from Milltown to today's centre for manufacturing and retail excellence supported by excellent transport links, not to mention our award-winning market. I thank the Deputy Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to make my maiden speech, and I thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr Howarth. It's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship today in the House. And may I congratulate